So you have seen the paper, analyzed it. What's your overall reaction to the paper, and how was this year's geography environment section?
Okay, so from the first look of it, it appears to be more lengthy, more dynamic, and slightly difficult. Because so it's easier for me to say sitting here outside the examination hall from the perspective of a teacher, it's easier to say that paper is easy to moderate. But thinking from the student's point of view, so who is sitting there in the examination hall and who is trying to so get the maximum, I think the paper is slightly difficult because the themes and the way questions are framed is slightly different from the previous years. Talking about geography, so even I am surprised that the number of questions in geography has slightly decreased. So I'm seeing around 12, 13 questions. So but within these questions, the overall section appears to be doable. Because let me tell you why. Because if you think calmly and try to see the sections from the point of view of relevance, many of the questions appear to be more relevant. For example, whether it was Strait of Hormuz or even the rare earth elements or even the deep ocean mission. So all of these were in news for some or the other thing, and there are a few good number of conventional questions also. For example, Andaman Nicobar's climate, or even the nature of peninsular block. So this themes appears to be doable, and it all depends upon how well you have done it. And compared to the previous year, there is a slight decrease in the number of conceptual type of questions in geography. So it is doable, moderate. Talking about geography, talking about environment, it is slightly difficult because I would say so there's less focus on biodiversity, less focus on even the basic of ecosystem, ecology related questions, and also there's more focus on current related aspects, whether it is UNOC or even RED Plus or even the Nirantar of so the government initiative. But few things were predictable, for example, Madhav. But even in that also, if only those who had known that the Ramsar site was located inside will be able to answer it, right? So the questions from environment is slightly tricky, but the themes are so familiar. But overall, the section would be called as difficult.
So what are the key takeaways and learnings for the students from this paper?
So be dynamic. That is what is UPSC is expecting. So try to adjust to the new conditions and try to be ready for more unpredictable themes, right?